Welcome back to another video. I found this campsite last summer and it looks absolutely perfect. I think I'm going to string up a tarp and just sleep under the tarp tonight. It does give some rain and I have like a cheap bush box type stove to cook me dinner and cook me coffees on, so I could do have some sort of shelter that's big enough. I remember there was rubbish here last summer when I came across this location, but I don't remember there being this much rubbish. The rain is starting, so I'm going to put the tarp up now and worry about the rubbish afterwards, just so I have somewhere dry. And right behind me here, you've got the town and the sea. You got a train track and you got a motorway bypass. There's going to be plenty of white noise here tonight, as well as a bird song. I got such a big backpack for somebody that doesn't have a tent with them, but it will all make sense very soon. Well guys, that's the tarp set up. I must say it's absolutely massive in here. Got a couple of random drinks to try. Mediterranean slow brew, some sort of drafts. And we got a Brothers toffee apple cider, so I'll have that one with dinner. Should be good. Got my little travel case thing. Some snacks and coffees. That's to warm up my dinner. And I'll use the canteen mug to warm up water for drinks. Just having curry and rice later on. Just simple, heat it up really slowly for a bit. Got my light. Yeah, all set up here basically. So yeah, that's all I'll be doing my drinks in this. I don't like the fact there's aluminium, or aluminum if you're from America. Absolutely stinks. I've ordered a Dutch Army one, which is supposed to be stainless steel, so that should be here for the next camp. Going to find some firewood as well. This is partly the reason for the backpack being so big. About half a bag of kindling and half a dozen of these waxy fire lighters. Smell quite good. Kind of smells like a hamster cage before the hamster cage gets dirty. You know what I mean? Oh, and ginger beer as well. It's non-alcoholic, I believe. I'm quite happy with the setup. It's absolutely massive. There is tons of space. You could easily sleep 2 people side by side in this. One thing I must do this year is learn more knots. There's one called the hitch knot, I think it's called. I can't remember it for the life of me. I'm sure I can remember how to do it until I actually needed to do it. But that's a knot where you can slide it easily, but once tension is put on it, it just won't budge. That's really what I was trying to do there, but I think I've cocked it up massively. But well, it's staying there anyway, it's in one place. The second thing I need to do this year is buy some stronger paracord or something to do a really good ridge line with. As you can see, there's a lot of bend with this ridge line, and I knew that in advance, so that's why I done it shoulder height when really this should be chest height. Pretty much is. So yeah, I think it's time to just take some shelter from this drizzle here, and when it clears up I'm going to look for some twigs, some branches, some extra firewood. It looks like the rain has almost stopped, so I'm going to take the one glove that I brought with me and the saw and cut up some of these branches that are laying about. Now I think it's time to have a drink or a coffee, one of the two. Quite fancy something warm at the minute. I think I sweated too much because now I'm a bit cool. And the only spare clothes I have is my featherweight down jacket, and I don't want to wear that in the rain, so I'll be alright. It's almost easy to forget that it was winter time 2 days ago. It's still quite cool up in the hills here, especially because the ocean is about 1 mile away, maybe 2 at most. But yeah, it's pretty chill. There's no wind at all, which is great. Comes in a nice little carry case. I think it's about 600 grams, 650. So not exactly lightweight. But it's nice and stable and I like it. Sometimes you just want a slightly bigger fire. Like to have my glove for the hot cup. So put a couple of big ones on the bottom. Put in 2 fire lighters, why not? How easy do they start? probably scrumple this up a bit. There we go, should be perfect. I think I'll have a wee coffee here. There we go. Doesn't take long at all. It's a good reason to have a glove. Unlike these people, I'll be taking all my rubbish home. I might even pack up some rubbish to bring home with theirs. There we go, good strong coffee. Some nice heat. Awesome. Getting out once a week. Going to make the most of this camping time. Cheers everyone. I can't drink it yet though, it's a bit hot. It's absolutely lovely. Good stuff. You can probably see why I didn't want to have it like under the tarp or any closer. It does come up quite a bit. Of course that's because I'm feeding it as much sticks as it will handle, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't risk it. Especially because this needs to keep me dry all night. Turns out those birch branches aren't really burning too well. So I'm happy that I brought my own. This bush box rip-off type product here, it's only about 10 or 12 pounds on Temu. I know some people they link these Amazon products, and if you buy them you get a commission and stuff, but I wouldn't pay £25 on Amazon for this when I can get it for, you know, a third of the price on Temu or maybe AliExpress. So yeah, if you enjoy this type of camping, give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Get yourself to Temu and get yourself 2 stoves like this for £20 maybe, and get free shipping. Happy days. I actually can't be dealing with this rubbish, and I would like to come back here again. It's such a nice spot. It's all uphill to get here, so that means in the morning all I have to do is walk downhill for 20-30 minutes and I get back to the car, so it's absolutely perfect spot. But I can't look at this rubbish. So I see they've left a couple of plastic bags. I'm going to try and pick up at least half of it and just take it with me in the morning. Oh, that took about 12 minutes to do all that. Such a difference. Such a big difference. There's rubbish all around here though, so at least this part looks good. Behind the camera here, it's quite a bit just dotted here and there. But yeah, if you like the outdoors, consider doing this yourself. Just because it's not your mess doesn't mean you can't clean some of it up at least. So I've got 3 bags worth of mixed recycling, so hard plastics and some glass and some tins, and half a bag of soft plastics which will have to go in the black bin. So yeah, pretty proud of that. Looks clean here where I'm camping now, so next time I come back I'll maybe lift some more, and yeah, before you know it, it'll be nice and clean, and hopefully I can come here on a regular basis. What's funny is that I used to do a lot of metal detecting, and the ground is just covered in rubbish just because you can't see it. There is so many tin cans just 1 or 2 inches below the surface. It's actually crazy. If you had a metal detector up here, like, it would just be bad signals everywhere. It wouldn't even be worth your time. I think I'll give us a go, guys. Some sort of Mediterranean slow brew. Fresh draft beer taste. Let's give it a go. As I said, this is my one day of the week to camp. Sometimes I'll get out twice, but this is probably the only day I'm getting, maybe at the weekend again. I might even get out and, you know, use the fire pit and review a product or two. Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't really taste anything Mediterranean about it. It just tastes like a nice, crisp, refreshing beer. That's going down way too fast as well. It really reminds me of those Polish beers I had one time. Just about reminds me of any beer. It's pretty standard stuff. I got pretty warm lifting all that rubbish. So, as I said, I'm pretty happy with the setup. So much room. I think this mat might slide around a wee bit on top of the foil here. And I do need to reposition this small tarp that I'm using as a ground sheet. Yeah, overall it's a pretty chill evening. There is a path about 25 meters up there, but there's a very slim chance of anybody walking past with their dog anytime soon. Before you know it, it'll be dark and the rain is on and off. In the summertime, yeah, you'll probably see a few walkers this high up on the hills, but most of them tend to stick to the first half of the path. You really have to go exploring to find these sorts of paths up here. Cheers everyone. I did plan on actually making a tent out of the tarp, but when I got here it was raining and there's no telling how bad the rain was going to be, and I realised I needed a bigger area to sit under than just being confined to, you know, a little teepee essentially. So that'll be a camp for a different day, maybe when it's dry. Or maybe someday I'll bring 2 tarps and I'll sit under a tarp and have a tarp tent. That'd be pretty cool. So that's why I brought the trekking pole. It's because I wanted to make a tent out of the tarp. There is more reasons as well. The second reason is because I have to go uphill. And the third reason is because I have osteoarthritis on my ankle and foot. So I could do with the extra support here and there. And yeah, anytime I'm going to go for, you know, 20-30 minutes hike or more up in the hills, I'll be taking the walking stick from now on. I also have a ankle support on as well, so we'll see what comes of that. You know, there might be times where I don't get out very often and I don't have a video out for 4 weeks or 6 weeks if I'm having a bad flare up or something. And yeah, there's times where, you know, it's not so bad, I can deal with it. So I had a CT scan yesterday, and the doctor is on about, the consultant really, is on about fusing my ankle together. I don't really think it's a good idea, because that will put extra stress on the foot joints, which is where I broke the bones in the first place, so it's hard to know. I'm only 35 years old quite recently, so I feel like it's something I have to do at some point, but I'd rather wish it was in the future. But it's just been a really painful couple of years, and come to think of it, the pain got much worse whenever I started these camping videos, so yeah, I could do with losing a couple of stone. Being much lighter would be good for the joints. That's probably the best thing I could do. But instead, Muggins here goes back to the gym and gains a stone, so it is what it is. So yeah, not much going on at the minute, guys. It must be just after 5 o'clock, so we'll be getting dark in about half an hour. At some point in the evening I'll probably get the sleeping bag out and just, you know, chill on my phone for an hour or two, and then I've got everything I need here to light the fire and warm my dinner up. So yeah, it's a pretty chill camp here. Don't know if this is going to be a longer video. I don't know if I'm rambling on a bit too much. I've only had 3/4 of a beer, so maybe I should turn the camera off for a bit. Well, let me know in the comments, guys, if you have any tarp configurations you want to see me try. Well guys, it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. It's been a long, wet winter, and this is officially my first camp of spring. And it's great because it's dinner time and it's not even dark yet, so let's crack out this tin of curry and the rice and heat that up. Yeah, it should fit. I think so. It just dawned on me just how easily this will probably burn and stick to the pot. So I'm going to enjoy the fire for 10 minutes. And once it burns down a good bit and there's just some embers, I'm going to heat up the curry then. In the meantime, toffee apple cider by a company called Brothers. You can only assume that a couple of guys made this, and that woman. Hence the name. Let's give it a go. Born in a field in Somerset. Pretty sure I've heard of this before. Pretty sure I drove past the place and makes it. I've seen the signs. Oh, toffee apple. It just tastes like toffee apple. So much so that I forget it's cider. It's really nice though. Cheers again. That is really nice. It's just so sweet. It's like a treat instead of alcohol. It's getting warm. Absolutely love this little twig stove, bush box type thing. It's heavy, but it's completely worth it. So stable, so easy to use. Just inside the sleeping bag now, guys. Got a non-alcoholic ginger beer. Try and hydrate. And I'm inside the army sleeping bag. It's been raining all evening. Starting to get a bit heavier as well. I think I'll call it a night real soon and see you guys in the morning. Pretty much looking forward to just getting up and getting the fire going. I have just enough sticks for a coffee or two and to chill out for an hour, and then I'll take my time to pack up, walk down the hill. Yeah, I've done some sliding. Still warm enough in that army bag. My coffee's finally cool enough to drink. It didn't take long at all to break down camp. There's actually straps on the top of this Alice pack that go over the top and down to the bottom to sort of compact the bag. So I think I'm going to use those two straps to strap on 2 bags of rubbish, and then I'll just carry the other 2. I think that's the plan.